the time has arrived for us to stand down and to start giving Gervonta Davis the love and respect that he deserves. This brother is elite. And he said this something, and this is what really stood out to me. You know, you got a lot of guys talking smack, talking junk, going back and forth, and I get that. Not just because they're hyping up the fight, but they got a belief in themselves. Major props to them for that. Gervonta Davis looked him in the face weeks ago, and right in the press conference, he looked at him, he said, "You actually should have waited." He said, "I'm telling you right now, you ain't ready.
Yeah.
Okay? You're not ready yet." He said, "You good, but you're not ready."
Yeah.
He said, and he went just like this. He said, "You really, really should have waited because I'm going to take you in the deep waters and you ain't ready."
The verbal showdown between Gervonta Davis and Shakur Stevenson heated up as Tank fired back, claiming Stevenson isn't ready for their fight. Undefeated star Terrence Crawford jumped in to defend Stevenson, insisting he deserves more respect, while Tank admitted that Stevenson presents a completely different kind of challenge.
Tank is not going to be able to hit Shakur like he hit everybody else. And he know that. He knows that. That's why he's like, he's boring, he's this, he's that. He's trying to diminish everything that Shakur have done so it's not marketable. But he can't do that because Shakur is what? Three-weight world champion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
you see right now.
like how many actual real titles have Shakur? I mean, Tank had like what, 2?
Crawford also reminded fans to separate Stevenson's personality from his skills in the ring, emphasizing that no matter what people think of him outside the fight, his talent inside the ropes is undeniable.
Boxing, he's definitely talented. You know what I mean? And he's definitely got that it. And yeah, he's definitely respected in boxing. But Shakur is a different fighter. You know, Shakur is different. You know, people may call him boring. People may say he can't punch. But they say the same thing about Floyd. Because they defensive fighters.
Podcast host Joe Rogan also praised Gervonta Davis, calling him one of the most unique fighters in boxing today. He highlighted Tank's patience, noting how he waits calmly instead of rushing, and pointed out that when the right moment comes, his knockout power can end a fight instantly.
I'm a giant Gervonta fan. I think that guy's so unusual. His style's so unusual, and his patience.
The Leo Santa Cruz fight was really something for me because Leo Santa Cruz is a technician, Mexican style, and the fight was very close before Tank stopped him. But he has that power that can end it.
He finds these openings, and he sees them, but he doesn't go after them right away. He waits for the right time. He's so patient. Like when you watch the early rounds of his fights, he probably has the lowest punch count in the early round. But he also knows he's got that nuclear option that if he can crack you, most likely he's going to take you out. He's got massive confidence.
Discussion about a possible fight between Gervonta Davis and Shakur Stevenson heated up as boxing legends and top fighters shared their opinions, with icon Mike Tyson openly showing support for Tank.
Who will win out of Shakur and Gervonta?
Gervonta Davis?
Yeah.
I like to go with Tank. You know, everyone's going to go with Tank, you know. It would be a very interesting fight. Shakur takes a good shot, though. He's a specialist. That's why some fights that he doesn't look good in, because he's so superior. He is boring watching sometimes. But he's a specialist. He knows what he's doing. He's hard to beat. To bring out the best in Shakur, you got to pressure him like Tank. Tank will bring out the best of him, and we'll see a great fight. Tank is just a monster right now.
Famous boxer Virgil Ortiz Jr. also shared his thoughts on a potential fight between Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Davis, defending Stevenson's defensive style as smart boxing while recognizing Tank's explosive power, and said the matchup would be thrilling to watch.
Shakur is the fight that needs to happen for 135.
That's probably the biggest fight you can make, 135 too.
Yeah. Who would you have winning that one?
That's a hard one, man. You know, Shakur, he's very technical. He's very defensive. And you know what? People shit on his defense, man, but why are you going to stand there and get hit?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, in reality, no one likes to get hit. Doesn't matter if you can take it or not. The point of boxing is to hit, not get hit, you know?
Yeah.
Gervonta, he's he's obviously, he's Gervonta. I don't really have to explain why I think he's good. You know, it's just both styles. I would like to see who's the winner of it. You know?
Gervonta Davis pushed back when asked if Shakur Stevenson would be his toughest opponent, insisting that while Shakur is skilled, he hasn't shown anything truly extraordinary in the ring. Tank criticized Stevenson's defensive style, saying he mostly moves backward instead of slipping punches, and argued that the way Stevenson fights isn't nearly as dangerous as many people believe, maintaining confidence in his own power and ability to handle whatever Shakur brings to the fight.
6, 7 more fights, and I'm naming names. One of the guys, obviously, you and Shakur got into it on Twitter. You was like, you wanted them 6 or 7.
Yeah, he's definitely one of them.
For sure?
Yeah, he's definitely one of them.
Do you think that's going to be your hardest fight?
Hell no.
Nah?
Wow.
Because he a good boxer, nigga. Like, that's when I look at y'all two as the best in the division.
How? Show me something that he did spectacular. Show me something that he did outrageous. Show me.
Right,
his power not outrageous.
Okay.
What defense?
You don't think he got defense?
He just jumped back. You never see him slip no punch. You never see him slip no punch. Go look at it. You see him back up from a lot of people. Back up, move around. He don't got no technique. And his offense is the same thing. If you go look at his fights,
so you
I
feel
probably
like
pin him on game. Yeah,
hold on, but you feel like it's easy work though. You like,
come on, bro.
Gervonta Davis brushed off the hype surrounding Shakur Stevenson, questioning why he was already being called the best at 135 pounds. He noted that Shakur hasn't even competed in that division yet and doubted his power at the higher weight. While acknowledging that Stevenson can box, Tank insisted that skill alone won't be enough, warning that everyone eventually gets hit and saying he's curious to see how Shakur would handle it.
Some of your 135 contemporaries have a lot to say these days. Shakur Stevenson, well, of course, he's now 135 after all that stuff, and then Devin Haney.
Right, so why people even talk like he the best at, he didn't even fight at 135 yet.
Right.
He didn't even have power at 126, 30, or none of that.
He is good.
Okay. How can you, all that's just okay. How can you stop people that can actually hit? No matter all that boxing, you going to get hit. What you going to do?
Terence Crawford fired back, saying Gervonta Davis was trying to downplay Shakur Stevenson's accomplishments and make him seem less marketable, but he stressed that Shakur had already proven himself at the highest level. Crawford highlighted that Stevenson is a 3-division world champion who has earned respect in every fight, showing skill, discipline, and consistency. He emphasized that while critics may question his style or personality, Shakur's record and achievements speak for themselves, making him a legitimate and formidable fighter in any division.
He's born, he's this, he's that. He's trying to diminish everything that Shakur have done, so it's not marketable. But he can't do that because Shakur is what, 3-weight world champion.
Terence Crawford defended Shakur, pushing back against critics who called him boring or questioned his power.
Terence Crawford defended Shakur Stevenson against critics who labeled him boring or doubted his power, reminding fans that similar things were once said about Floyd Mayweather because defensive fighters are often misunderstood. He pointed out that landing clean shots on Shakur wouldn't be easy and said Davis's comments were just attempts to downplay Shakur's elite skills and achievements in the ring.
People may call him boring. People may say he can't punch. But they say the same thing about Floyd. Because they defensive fighters.
Yeah.
Tank is not going to be able to hit Shakur like he hit everybody else. And he know that. He knows that. That's why he's like, he's boring. He's this, he's that. He's trying to diminish everything that Shakur have done, so it's not marketable. But he can't do that because Shakur
Stevenson said his skills would force Gervonta Davis to adjust his strategy in a potential fight, claiming he has mastered hitting without getting hit. He argued that Tank couldn't rely on his usual boxing and losing rounds, and instead would have to drop his patience and become a full aggressor to stand a real chance against him.
Because that I'm a better skilled boxer, I mastered the art of hitting and not getting hit, and he will be the person that will have to change up his style. He can't go out there and box and lose rounds. He would have to change up his style and just become full blast aggressor to try to have a chance in winning.
Shakur Stevenson's rival, Rolly Romero, mocked him while discussing a possible fight with Gervonta Davis, criticizing Shakur's movement-heavy style and questioning how it would stand up against a puncher like Tank. Romero warned that once real power came into play, the fight could look very different and might expose more than people expect, suggesting that the matchup could reveal weaknesses in Shakur's approach and be far more unpredictable than fans anticipate.
Okay, and Shakur jumped around the ring like a grasshopper with De Los Santos. Do you think that's going to happen again with Gervonta?
Well, he was hurt. He had an injured hand.
Yeah, his coochie hurt. Anyways, Do you think he's gonna jump around and be on? But he might jump out the ring.
You think so, bro? I'm not.
But if he pushed out with De Los Santos, you think he's not gonna push out even more with Gervonta? An explosive puncher with Shakur's frail ass hands who can't even crack an egg?
Adding more insight, rising contender Richardson Hitchens shared details about the early sparring sessions between Gervonta Davis and Shakur Stevenson, describing the first session as intense and competitive, with Tank landing a clean shot that Shakur took without flinching. That moment reportedly made Davis realize he couldn't just walk Stevenson down, and in their next session, Tank had to adjust his approach, box more intelligently, and show greater respect for Shakur's skills.
Shit, like him and Shakur sparred that first time, like he caught Shakur with a good shot. Boom, he didn't hurt Shakur or nothing, but it was like, you could tell like if it was 8-ounce gloves, we don't know how Shakur would have reacted. It was like, because I remember him sparring Shakur, he caught Shakur with like a clean shot. Boom. And Shakur didn't shake up or do nothing, but it was a clean shot. I'm like, you sure you could take another one of that? And Shakur like, what? Like, he took off his shirt and they started bumping like that. Now they're going back and forth.
Oh. Hold on, was it sparring?
Yeah.
Was it competitive, close, all that, Shakur and Tank?
Nah, yeah, it was competitive. Then like the second time, like they sparred, like it was like a chess match. Like now Tank know, like, all right, he's really nice. Like Shakur really nice. Like all that walk down shit. Like I got a box. Like I can't just walk him down. Like he can really fight. So it was like Tank like switch his strategy up and like same. Like, now Tank trying to come and walk me down. I'm in there like we fighting. Like it's back and forth competitive. I'm talking shit to Calvin. Like Calvin.
Boxing insider Hatman Fannin said a potential fight between Gervonta Davis and Shakur Stevenson would feature two of the sport's best young fighters, both competing in one of boxing's hottest divisions. He noted that the matchup would instantly capture fans' attention and had all the ingredients to become a massive, must-watch fight, promising high-level action and excitement from start to finish.
This fight could be between Gervonta Davis and Shakur Stevenson is obviously two of the best young fighters in the hottest zone of boxing that there is in the sport.
Fannin pointed out that Shakur Stevenson has shown a strong willingness to face top fighters, including those associated with the PBC, and noted that he had openly discussed potential matchups with names like Pitbull Cruz and Gary Antoine Russell. Shakur appeared open-minded about crossing promotional lines to make big fights happen, showing his determination to take on any challenge and create high-profile, career-defining opportunities.
If you paid attention to Shakur has shown more than an openness and a willingness to come over and fight, or to at least fight guys that are with the PBC, in guys like Lamont Roach, Pitbull Cruz, Gary Antoine Russell. So he's very open-minded about doing that, right? And saying, no, I would definitely fight these guys.
As the potential clash between Gervonta Davis and Shakur Stevenson gains momentum, Tank's training camp has reportedly reached a new level of intensity, focusing on refining the explosive power, speed, and timing that have made him one of boxing's most feared punchers. His preparation includes grueling strength workouts, sprint drills, high-volume pad sessions, and conditioning routines designed to preserve his knockout power deep into the fight. Trainers are emphasizing a balance of stamina and controlled aggression, making sure Tank can consistently apply pressure, stay patient, and capitalize on the perfect openings, while building resilience and endurance to maintain peak performance throughout every round of what promises to be a high-stakes, action-packed showdown. Technically, Gervonta Davis has been honing the style that makes him so dangerous, carefully studying opponents and often keeping a low punch count early to read their rhythm. Once he identifies the right timing, Tank explodes with sharp counters and devastating power shots capable of ending a fight instantly. This blend of calculated patience and sudden offensive bursts has become one of the most distinctive and feared weapons in boxing today. As the potential showdown with Gervonta Davis heats up, Shakur Stevenson has been going through an intense training camp, focusing on honing the elite defensive skills that make him one of boxing's most technically skilled fighters. He's been working on movement, timing, and precision to avoid punches while setting up counters, as well as building stamina and agility to maintain peak performance throughout the fight, preparing himself to handle Tank's power and explosiveness in the ring.
Get on there! Whoa.
Major focus of Shakur Stevenson's training camp has been conditioning, movement, and overall fight readiness, with grueling cardio routines, agility drills, and high-speed pad work designed to maintain stamina, speed, and sharpness for all 12 tactical rounds. His team emphasizes timing, ring awareness, and distance control, making sure he can dictate the pace and stay one step ahead of his opponent. Stevenson's style is built on precision and defense, mastering the skill of landing punches without taking damage, using a sharp jab, slick footwork, and the ability to read opponents to frustrate aggressive fighters while gradually breaking them down round by round. Combined with his endurance and strategic mindset, this preparation ensures he can handle power punchers like Gervonta Davis while exploiting openings with pinpoint accuracy, making him a highly dangerous and technically gifted fighter in any match.
That's exactly what I do. You know that shot you shot right before that, I double teamed you? What the f that gotta do with me? Exactly.
Boxing legend Roy Jones Jr. added to the debate with a bold prediction about a potential fight between Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Davis, saying Stevenson's calm composure, defensive skill, and high ring IQ could gradually wear down Davis over the course of the fight. However, he warned that underestimating Tank would be a huge mistake, emphasizing that a focused and locked-in Davis remains one of the most dangerous fighters in boxing. Just as the debate over a potential showdown couldn't get bigger, legendary champion Floyd Mayweather Jr. joined in, weighing in on the lightweight division and naming who he believes is the most skilled fighter right now. His surprising choice added even more excitement to the growing hype around a possible Gervonta Davis versus Shakur Stevenson Superfight, a matchup that could shake up the entire boxing world and capture massive attention from fans everywhere.
I said I had a dream that I was that fast and then I was.
Why you wake up? You should have kept dreaming.
Fast.
Keep dreaming.
We did. I think Shakur definitely showed that he's going to be on that list very soon. Four division champion already. Steady looking to get more. Show that he has all the tools, all the tactics. To stay cool under pressure. Proved a lot of things. Took a good fighter and took him to school. And that's what great fighters do. So it's like, you got to give him his props. Excellent outcome. Had shots out to Teofimo too for taking a fight at that risk at that time in his career, because that was a high risk for Teofimo.
Floyd, when you think about the fighters who are fighting now, can you give me your 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 when it comes to the lightweight? Who you would put where?
As of right now, the two guys, the biggest puncher, I feel at the 135 would probably be Gervonta Tank Davis. But the most skillful fighter at 135 will be hands down Shakur Stevenson.
As the tension between Gervonta Tank Davis and Shakur Stevenson continues to rise, the boxing world is buzzing with speculation over whether this super fight will finally become a reality. These two elite fighters, with completely different styles, could face off in a clash that might redefine the lightweight division and become one of the biggest events in boxing history. Fans are debating who would come out on top. Would Tank's explosive knockout power break through Shakur's elite defense, or would Stevenson's speed, precision, and technical mastery allow him to outbox Davis over the distance? The matchup promises high stakes, non-stop action, and a true test of skill versus power, making it a must-watch fight for boxing enthusiasts everywhere. Share your prediction in the comments, and make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next detailed boxing breakdown.